Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited about today's video. We're going to be using lots of new products. We're going to do this really pretty monochromatic fall look. So I'm going to be using all of the new EcoTools fall launches. Their new brushes they just came out with. They're amazing. There's a bunch of new kits. I'm going to get into that in a second. But we're also going to be testing out some of the new Burt's Bees products that have recently launched. Great affordable drugstore products. Some of the things I tried before I filmed this video and a couple of the things I tried on camera today. So you guys will see my thoughts and opinions on those as well as the new brushes. I'm really excited to be collaborating with EcoTools on this video. So thanks to them for sponsoring this video, and let's go ahead and get started. By the way, I'm doing the daytime look on my channel today, but if you guys want to see how I take this look, I kind of bump up the eyes, the lips, the cheeks, and make it into a really pretty nighttime look. Go ahead and check out the EcoTools channel. I'll have a link for it down below, but I did a whole video on their channel about how you can take this daytime look and kind of freshen it up and spice it up for nighttime. Before I get started with the makeup, I said I would talk about the new EcoTools brushes, so I want to share with you guys all of the new kits that they came out with. I kind of hinted at them in my last EcoTools video and showed you guys a little sneak peek, but today I can finally share everything with you guys. These kits are so cool. So there are 4 new brush kits that have launched. They all have some new brushes in them. I'm going to be using those new brushes today so you guys can see how they work, what they look like. The kits are really unique because they come with the Beautify brush system. So you guys can see here, they're these really cute little trays. They're great for organizing. They look really good on your vanity. You can put makeup in them, brushes in them, and they also come with these look cards. So you get 3 look cards, which are basically little mini tutorials showing you how to create different looks with the brushes in the kit, as well as using other EcoTools brushes. So it comes in really handy. It's super easy to follow, and today I'm going to be using one of my favorite kits, Start the Day Beautifully kit. I'm going to start by applying some primer. Lately, I've been using 2 different primers. My skin is very combination right now, so it's pretty dry around the outside, but in my T-zone, I've been getting oily, so I like to do more of an oil control primer there. So I'm going to start off with my hydrating primer. This one has SPF in it. I'm taking my angled foundation brush into that primer and applying this all over the outside edges of my skin. Then just in my T-zone, I'm going to apply a tiny bit of the oil control primer. This one really fills in your pores with that same brush. And you just use a tiny bit of this wherever you get shiny. You can see it kind of like instantly mats out those areas. Moving on to foundation, I've been testing this one out. It's from Burt's Bees. So they came out with a bunch of new makeup products. I've been testing all of them. I'll use a couple throughout this video, but the foundation is my favorite. It really pleasantly surprised me. It gives you, it's called Goodness Glows Liquid Makeup. So it's like a mineral liquid makeup with a nice glowy finish, and I just think it's a really pretty foundation. I've been wearing it a lot on Insta stories. It gives a pretty full coverage while still looking natural. So I mixed together 2 colors. They don't have my perfect shade actually, so I've been mixing Soft Honey and Pecan. Pecan is way too dark for me, but I really love that yellow undertone, so I mix a little bit of this in with the Soft Honey, and it's a perfect like olivey undertone, tan, medium kind of color, so it's really pretty. And then for the brush, I'm going to use the Wonder Cover Complexion brush. Also a new brush from EcoTools. This is really cool. It has a really unique shape. It's a really dense brush with short bristles. So it also kind of gives you full coverage while making sure your skin still looks like skin. And it kind of makes it look more natural because this really buffs it into your skin and blends it so well that you don't see any brush strokes or anything. So I'm going to mix these 2 and we'll apply this. I mean, I could probably wear this one, but I just like to be a little bit more tan, so I do a small pump. So mix it all together, and it's a really perfect match after that, and I just dot it on all over. You can also spray this brush with a little water if you want it to give more of a natural look, so I like doing that, and then we'll just go ahead and start buffing it in circular motions. And it instantly gives you coverage. Okay, so there you guys can see what the foundation looks like on. I think it's a really beautiful foundation. So moving into concealer, I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape in medium. This is my favorite. Right under the eyes. Anywhere I want to brighten up a little bit. To blend in my concealer, I'm using the new EcoTools Trifecting Wedge. This is a really nice new sponge that they came out with. It comes like, and it looks like a heart, and it's really cute. And then when you get it wet, it gets a lot bigger. So I like to get mine wet, and I think that's how you should use them. And then I'm going to use that to blend in my concealer. The shape on this is really great because it fits perfectly right under your eyes or in small little corners. You can turn it on its side or flat to get it, you know, wherever you need it. So it's really nice for concealer in like those small detail areas. You can flip it around like that and use the underneath of it for areas like in between the brows or around the mouth, bigger areas. So I'm gonna set under my eyes with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. Instead of using a brush, I'm actually gonna use this sponge. Like I said, it fits perfectly, so it's great for powder too. You can use this for liquid or powder. I still use it wet, so this is the same one that I just used under my eyes. I'll tap it in the powder. Just like that. And if you have dry skin, this is a great way to still get, you know, to still bake under your eyes without it being like super heavy and powdery. Okay, I also bake right here in my smile lines. My foundation, especially if it's a full coverage, tends to like settle in fine lines there. A little bit here where I get oily. It's been a minute. Now I'm gonna brush all that loose powder away using the full powder brush. This is a huge brush. I use this every single day for powder, so it's just a really big brush. It kind of tapers in at the top there, so it's nice. You can still fit it under your eyes even though it's so big. So I'm gonna brush away the excess powder. And then I've actually been really impressed with the Burt's Bees powder as well. It's more of a mattifying powder, so I use this lightly because I do not want like an all over matte look, but I do like to set my foundation. I think it helps my bronzer, my blush blend better into my skin. So I just take a little bit on that same brush and just dust it all over. For bronzer today, I'm using this one from Becca. It's called the Capri Bronzer. I really love this one. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, but it really gives your skin like a nice all-over warmth, which I think is really pretty. It kind of has a red undertone, which normally I don't go for, but for this, for some reason, I really love this one. I'm going to use it with the new Bronze Kabuki brush from EcoTools. This reminds me a lot of a brush that they used to have that I really loved. It was a Kabuki brush just like this, super soft. This one's even softer. Like, it's so soft. You guys have to at least go feel these. They're so soft. So this will be great. It's kind of angled. It'll give you just a nice all over wash of color. Not so much contouring, more so just like bronzing and giving your skin some warmth. For blush, I'm using the Burt's Bees new blush in the color Toasted Cinnamon. It's a really beautiful bronzy color. I've actually been using a couple different of these blushes like every day now. They're really good, nice matte blushes that last all day. And this one's really similar to the bronzer color. It's kind of like a bronzy peach color. I'm using this with the full blush brush from EcoTools. It's just a great monochromatic kind of daytime look. It's really pretty. Just warms up your cheeks a little bit. This brush is really soft and helps blend that in to your bronzer really easily. Last step for the face, I always like to apply a little bit of a highlighter. I'm using this one from Tarte. It's kind of like a palette. I've had this one for a long time. I love this like bright gold one. It's called Spotlight, so I'm going to use that one today. I think it kind of has a peachy tint, so it'll really look pretty with the bronzer and the peachy blush. And to apply that, I'm using the Wonder Color Finish brush. This is similar to the foundation brush. It's really dense. It's just a little bit smaller, so it's very precise. It's really good for cream contour on the cheekbones, on the nose, through the eyes, but it's also really good for highlighter or blush. So you can be super precise with this brush and just apply it exactly where you want it. Moving on to eyes, I'm going to be testing out two of the new Burt's Bees trios. I've actually not tried these yet. So I have two neutral ones. This one's more of a cool undertone. This one's more of a warm undertone. I want to do something neutral and warm to kind of match the bronzer and the blush for that nice monochromatic daytime look. But I also want to be able to really bump it up at night, which you guys can check out over in the EcoTools channel. So for that look, I'm really going to bump it up to like a rusty, reddish brown smoky eye. For my eye look today, I'm going to be using all of the new brushes from the Daily Defined Eye Kit. This is a great set of brushes. It gives you everything you need to complete like a full smoky eye, daytime eye, anything. So I'm going to start off with this large shadow brush and this matte kind of like creamy tone and apply that all over as a base. Now there isn't actually like a medium crease shade that I'm loving in either of these shadow sets. So I'm gonna go back in with that blush because it's the perfect kind of like peachy, warm, medium tone, that same shadow brush, and use that as my crease color. I'm starting in the crease and I'm gonna work my way up towards my brow bone and towards the outer corner. I'm gonna leave the inside corner blank because I think that looks really pretty and it kind of opens your eyes for daytime. Okay, that's really pretty. I like the way that looks on the eyes too. And run a little bit of that on my lower lash line as well. I want the lower lash line to pop a little bit more, so I'm actually going to go in with this small tiny brush. It's called the Accent Shadow. It's a really, really tiny, so it's perfect for that lower lash line with a little bit more of that blush. Just so I can be more precise with that, because I've really been liking to put shadow underneath on my lower lash line lately. I think it really makes my eyes look bigger. Sticking with that same brush, I'm going to go in with this shimmery shadow first. Apply that kind of towards the inner half of my eyelid, and then I'm going to kind of warm it up with this really pretty red tone. I think that's gorgeous. So I'm going to kind of deepen that up more for nighttime, but for this daytime look, I think I'm going to focus mainly on this pretty like shimmery taupe color. We'll see how the pigmentation is on these shadows. So I do wish there was a mirror with those shadows, because it's just handier when you're getting ready on the go or traveling to have a mirror and everything. But it is actually really pretty on the eyes. I really like it. They're a little powdery, but they have really good pigmentation. I'm just kind of fanning that up into the inner corner of my crease. Using that same brush, I'm applying the red shade to my lid. I think this look is coming together really well. It's pretty. I'm going to go ahead and finish off by filling in my brows, adding a little bit of a black liquid liner, and then I might do some shimmery water or liner in my waterline, but I'll let you guys know, and then we'll finish up with the lips. Okay, I went ahead and did my brows and some winged liner, and then I just wanted to see what it would look like with the difference between putting like the copper liner. I think it looks really pretty on this side, and it makes my eyes pop a lot more. So I'm gonna do it on this eye too. This is just actually the Ulta brand called Copper. It works really, really good. I think I showed this in like a recent haul over the summer, and I've been using it every day. It's really good. So I put a little bit like actually on the skin, and then a little bit in my lash line as well. I want to stick with that monochromatic look. Lately, I've been keeping my lips pretty simple. I kind of like the look of just doing a warm toned brown liner and then topping it with a little clear gloss with like some shimmer in it, and kind of actually like just wearing my natural lip color kind of in a way with the lip liner and the gloss on top. But I just think it looks pretty, and when it wears away, it like wears away really subtly. It looks really pretty. So I'm going to use my Iconic Nude, my favorite. Going in actually with the detailed liner brush. It's made for eyes. You can do like gel liner with it, but I think it looks really, or it works really well to blend in lip liner and lipstick. You could also take concealer and like clean up around the edges with this. And there's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me testing out the new EcoTools brushes and some of the new Burt's Bees products. Definitely check them out. I will have a link down below to the EcoTools website where you can check out all the details on the new brushes, the new kits, and everything like that, where you can buy them. They're really, really amazing. I really love the sponge the best. I think that's my favorite, the new sponges. So thanks again to EcoTools for sponsoring and collaborating with me on today's video. If you guys want to see how I smoke up this look and kind of make it more nighttime, I'm going to darken it up a little bit, go ahead and check out their channel. I'll also have a link for that down below in the description box if you want to see how I turn this daytime look into a fall nighttime look. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.